All right, everyone. Quick training on Ward Council calendar. Some of it review, some of it new. Very self-explanatory. This first tab, if you look down here on the bottom left, we've clarified that the first tab, because it's information dense, we're just going to put everything that happens from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock during our block hour on a single tab. So you'll see month, and then the number of weeks in that month, and then you'll see the date of those Sundays. Our topics and speakers. This will give us some instruction on our what our sacrament service is going to look like from columns D to G. You'll see Brother Raymer, Brother Harrop are going to be conducting, alternating back and forth, and then obviously there's times when between Johnny and Dave and I were out of town that different people will fill in on different Sundays. So you'll see our state conferences, you'll see ward conferences, you'll see general conference, Easter, all those things should be there. I'm going to send out a list of some things I want to add to this, but Jordan, one of these is if we could look at when our full-time missionaries are getting home and start forecasting even with the families to say, hey, Braden Nemke is going to speak on this month and this week. One, it's nice for families to start forecasting if they know the date that the missionary is coming home, and then we as a ward can just plan on if the missionary needs to be with a high council speaker or if they just need to be another youth speaker called with them. But if we could get those on I think it's very convenient and helpful for families. But Jordan, if you could do that, I'll put that in a separate message on an email. Second hour, you'll see here our Sunday schools, our priesthoods will alternate. Obviously on state conferences, ward conferences, general conference, Easter, holidays, we won't have a second hour. But otherwise, obviously first and thirds and second and fourths will be, those are all preset, so we'll be good to go on those. Some questions for John and Angie. Mother's Day, if we want to do an all-women combined again. John, I don't know if you want to pick a Sunday for an all-men's combined. I know we talked about that. We've marked our fifth Sundays, and now that we have the 1 o'clock time slot, obviously we'll be able to utilize that time using the chapel, doing a combined, using the gym if we need to have breakout, just a lot more space. So I think that'll be a great opportunity for us. I think that's it for column H. Yeah, those should make sense. But John and Angie, those definitely apply to you if you want to look in there and make sure that you correct or change those to the dates that you'd like those to be. Column I, the bishopric has tried to track when we're out of town, just so people can be aware. This helps us to know if we need to find somebody who's conducting for sacrament meeting, and Jordan, in essence, uses this to help manage our bishopric schedule as well. I don't know if ward council members want to put the dates that they know that they're out of town on there. It would be helpful. But yeah, that'd be great. And then notes, this is just anything that applies to, anything regarding a specific date. So you'll see like Ward Council on line 16. We'll still have Priesthood and Relief Society because it's a fourth Sunday. And then the structure, we've been asked that President Bagley and I will speak during second hour. We'll take care of our own music and prayers. And then they generally give us instruction for what they want second hour to look like. So I think that's it for those columns. Second one, if you click on the activity calendar, this is basically anything that's not happening during the 1 to 3 hour block. We've put down here the months that we have building cleanings. That affects the Elders Quorum and Shane Smith. That's his assignment. If we can just come in here and put our dates, and again, I'll attach on this email some things that I'd like to see. Jamie, if you can put our stake baptism dates on there and even put the names of the youth of who need those. Jordan can use this to schedule the youth baptismal interviews with me. What else do we have here? Seminary graduation, building cleaning, we have that. Holidays are all recorded. General conference. Zach, if you could utilize this as a tab for teacher training, that would be super effective. You know what? I lied. Teacher training would be on the Sunday, the 1 to 3 block. If it's not during the block, then we can use that second tab. But if you could put our teacher trainings on there, that's another assignment. Another one from the 1 to 3 block, I saw that we have primary program is blocked here on line 49. Jackie, I don't know if you guys are planning on a young women's program. Oh, it looks like we have 2 primary programs. Jamie, maybe you can clarify which one of those you guys want. Oh, there's young women's program. I lied. There's great information here. But let's clarify those primary program dates. Other things for the general calendar, if we can look at proposed dates for our ward Halloween party and ward Christmas party, I'd love to just get those set. Another one that I know that we've talked about in the past is our Aaronic priesthood commemoration / fathers and sons. John, if we can get those dates set, would be great. Dave, if we could have you reach out to Temple and Family History, and I know that they're trying to do a quarterly ward temple night. If we could get those dates preset, I'd love to get those on the calendar. And then summer camps, there's a little bit of shuffling, but we'll get that on here. So ultimately, everything that happens during the block of church is going to be put on the first tab. Everything that's outside of that, even if it's a Sunday evening or morning that applies to the whole ward, let's put those on the second tab. PPI schedule, these are very flexible. We know that there's been some changes to those, but this is one of the things Jordan will track to make sure that we're getting people in as regularly as possible. And then last one, monthly meeting schedule. I just took a screenshot from a different spreadsheet, but this is what the bishopric schedule looks like. And so if you guys are curious about what our meetings times are and where we'll be, this is usually a pretty good starting point. Obviously, when there's conferences and holidays and things, this will adapt. But you can just see that this is kind of our starting point for every month, and then we adjust and adapt as needed. Those 5th Sunday ward councils, if needed, if we feel like we're behind and we need to kind of have a special topic meeting, or we're not up to date on topics that we've been in council about, then we can hold those meetings. But the 5th Sunday ward council will definitely be one on an as-needed basis. I think that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this, but hopefully this can be kind of a review for you guys, and then we don't have to spend a lot of time in a ward council meeting reviewing this. Let me know if you guys have questions. I'll put those specific assignments that I listed in an email for everybody.